All right, now we're looking at parallel lines. So it says examine the following parallel line segments and find their slopes. So I guess, yeah, oh no, they are labeled 1 and 2, so that's good. It's asking us to find the slope for 1 and the slope for 2. So the slope, again, I started at the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's our rise. So we rise up positive 4. And then we run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's to the right, so it's a positive 8. Okay, well that reduces 4 over 8 is the same thing as a half. Okay, now let's take a look at number 2. 1, 2, 3, oh no, one more, 4. So it's a positive 4 because we're heading up 4. Then we're heading right, will be positive as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Positive 8, which again is a half. So we notice that it's telling us here that these graphs have parallel lines. Both of these lines are parallel, and we notice that their steepness, their slope, are identical. All right, take a look at the next one. Let's start with 1, and start on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So because it's heading down, I'm going to go negative 6. And then I have to go right, which is positive 1, 2, 3. Positive 3. Negative 6 over positive 3 is negative 2. Let's take a look at slope number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So again, dropping down 6 when you start from the left. And then go right 1, 2, 3. So positive 3 because you're heading right. Right is positive. And that gets you a negative 2. So sure enough, these lines which are parallel have the same steepness. And just to confirm one more time, let's start here on the left. 1, 2. So you're rising down negative 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then you are going right by 9. Okay, let's try the other one to confirm that it is the same slope. So down 2, so negative. And then right, which will be positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, positive 9. And there is nothing there that we can reduce. So that fraction just is negative 2 over 9. There's no further simplifying. So all slopes that are parallel have the exact same slope. And all of these, the slope, the steepness, were the same. So what it wants to do here is example 2 wants us to graph, and then we want to see, look at their slopes. Are their slopes parallel? Okay, so you need to know how to graph, and we've done that before. So there's their y, there's the x. Remember, positive is heading up, and positive is heading right for the x. For the first one, just as a reminder, I will label, well, maybe I will. Heading right is positive, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and negative 6. And then up is positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down is negative. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and negative 6. Okay. Now again, I'm not going to do that anymore. That's just for the first one here. My point 1, 2. So right, remember our points are x and then our y. So these are our, if it's positive, we're heading right. And if it's negative, we're heading left. And if this is positive, we're heading up. And if it's negative, we are heading down. So keep all of that in mind here. So this one is going to be right, it's positive. So right 1, 2 up. Right 1, 2 up. And we can label that as an A. And then 5 right and 4 up. And that's a B. Okay, so we got to connect those lines. This is a line. The line is the line AB. And then over 0, down 2. Okay, so there's 0, down 2, and then over 6 and up 1. 6, up 1. Okay, now are these parallel? That is the question. Okay, well, something's frozen here. So we are going to find the slope. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, well, the slope is m, and we're doing the slope of the line AB, versus we'll do the slope for the line CD. So we need to do our rise over our run. That's what we're doing here. Compare these. So for the AB, we rise up 2, so a positive 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Positive 4 because we're moving to the right. 2 over 4 is the same thing as a half. Now let's take a look at the line CD. We go up 1, 2, 3, so a positive 3, and then that's our rise. So our rise is a positive 3, and our run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So we've got a run of a positive 6 because you're heading in the direction, the right direction, which reduces to a half. So are these parallel? Yes. How do you know? Because the slopes are the same. Okay, so that's how we're going to do this. We're going to graph both of them, and then we will determine if the slopes are the same. So point A, over 0, up 4. And then B over 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, up none. So those are our 2 points. This is our A, and this is our B. And we can connect the dots here and do a better job than that. C, 1, 0. So over 1, up nothing. And D is over 4 and down 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so there we go. Really? So that might be parallel. I mean, it looks kind of parallel, but is it? Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I didn't label this. This is C, and this was D. Okay, so what I need is I need the slope for A and B, and I want to compare it to the slope of C and D. Okay, so that's our rise, and that's our run. Here's our rise, and here's our run. Okay, so let's actually calculate these. So let's look at the AB one first. I start on the left, so I go down 1, 2, 3, 4. So I go down 4, and, whoops, down 4. And how far to the right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right by 6. That's a positive 6. Now that can be reduced to a negative 2 over 3. The negative usually goes on top. Okay, CD. So we start at the left point. 1, 2, so down 2. And then right or left, we go right, 1, 2, 3. So right is positive and a 3. So that can't be reduced. It's just a negative 2 over 3. So are these slopes, are these lines parallel? Yes, they are. How do you know? Because the slopes are the same. All right, so we got one more to do here. Start by graphing. So 3, 5. Over 3, up 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We'll call that A. And 0, negative 2. So over 0, down 2. And we'll call that B. Okay. And now C is 3, negative 2. So over 3, 1, 2, 3, down 2, 1, 2. That's our C. Okay, let's see what's going on here. 5, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, connect those. Are they parallel? Maybe. Let's try calculating the slope. So we'll find the slope for A and B, and we'll find the slope for C and D. Oh, there we go. So we need to look at our rise over our run. Rise and run. Okay, so let's do AB first. So I'm going to start on the left. I'm going to do a rise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a run of 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've risen up 7, so it's a positive 7 because I'm heading up, and I went 3 to the right. So it's a positive 3. So 7 over 3. Remember, up is positive and right is also positive. Now, CD, how much did I rise here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So up 5 to right. So up is positive and right is positive. And that can't be reduced. So the answer, I guess, is no. They're not the same slope. They looked kind of parallel when I drew them, but when I actually calculated the slope, assuming I did that right, 7, 3, 5, and 2, nope, they aren't. They aren't parallel. So are they parallel? No. Okay, so we have one more video to do with a couple more questions, and then we're on to perpendicular.